Good afternoon, everybody. We will start here in a minute. Well, few minutes. All right, guys, just another minute or two while people get in here and the creators join us. Got some exciting news today. You guys will stick around for a couple minutes, couple more minutes while people roll in here. I hope everyone's had a good day today. We're still waiting for the creators to get on here, and then we'll kick things off. Slow day today, 50 people so far. Here we go. Further waiting for Knots to get on here. But we do have ramen heads in here. I think two ramen heads. I don't know if you're on mobile or not. I think you are. You need to be on mobile. So still waiting for Knots here. I think they'll be joining us. All right, great. You are in here. No, Knots. We'll go ahead and start off with announcements while we wait for Knots to join us. So, big news is that we have marketplace beta launching early next week. So I know it's something everyone's been waiting for, and what that means is that the beta means that we will be able to have like buy it now features. Bidding will not be enabled, and the reason for that is the contract won't hold any funds then, so it's just safer and more secure. So until the contract gets audited, it'll be a buy it now function. So you'll be able to list and buy it through the site. So that's very exciting. And a little bit of alpha that we have not announced or released yet is that the audio video player is actually enabled right now. So I know a lot of you guys have Stargaze Troopers, and they dropped their soundtrack. You can now go and listen to it directly on the site with the view enabled. So any projects that upload AV will be able to see directly through there. So yeah, those are the two big updates. We'll take questions from the audience after we hear from the speakers.
Is it working now?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. Sounds good.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. So yeah, I guess you're already in here, and we're waiting for Knots. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your project? How many pieces you have, what they're going for, and everything behind it.
All right, for sure. So is Ramen Heads it's a bunch of doodles that I've been doing for like a few years now. I've been kind of developing this style where I think of it as just trying to be a 5-year-old, when you're like bored in class or something and you just want to doodle something for pure fun and you don't really care about uh like what it is. It's just whatever comes off your head at the moment. So that's like my creation is trying to recreate this 5-year-old doodle being fun and just imaginative and without any planning or anything like that. And it's gonna be 10 pieces and they're all hand drawn and each one is completely unique. And I'm launching them for 1,555 stars. And this well, I think that's the gist of it. What else should I talk about?
Tell us maybe how long you've been working on the collection. The other inspirations behind it, maybe what you're looking to do in the future with it.
All right. So I guess I started this maybe around 2014. I've been a game artist for many years before that, maybe like 6 or 7 years before that. And usually, it's kind of weird where an artist is supposed to be creative and kind of art is about self-expression, right? But when you work as a artist in a company on some big projects, like my first company was Electronic Arts, and I was working on games like NBA and stuff. In those big companies, you don't really get to design things that comes out of your head. You're trying to hit somebody else's kind of requirements, right, and specifications. So Ramen Heads was kind of like my attempt at just doing the complete opposite of this kind of big business, corporate mainstream gaming type thing, as a kind of release from working in that kind of environment. So I've been kind of playing with that for until now. I've been just off and on playing with the style and what kind of things to put in it. And you would think it might be easy to just do those stuff, but it's surprisingly hard to not have to think about what is the right thing to draw and to keep out all the thoughts that somebody might have, like, can I make money with this? Will people like it? and is this correct? Is the perspective or shading, proper and things like that, and just try to capture this kind of very like spontaneous and free flowing thing that I think kids can do because kids are not worried about if it's going to be popular or if it's correct. Like they haven't learned that you can do things wrong yet. So that's the idea behind it. That's what I've been trying to do with it.
So this is these like illustrations you kind of really made for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. These are just things that I do for fun. Like I'm doing them for basically for smiles and for giggles and laughs. And my like I think I would consider them successful if it makes me smile or giggle when I'm doing them. And it would be like awesome if whoever sees them also smiles when they look at it because it's just so silly and fun. So that's basically it.
Okay, great. Yeah. Did they have any specific theme behind them?
Um, well, usually they tend to be on the very whimsical and sometimes a little bit psychedelic side, and things that you might draw that they don't make complete sense. Like for example, there's a theme of them being a bit like a maze or a puzzle because you can look at each drawing from like many different angles. So if you look at it one way, you see something, but if you zoom in a bit or if you rotate the image, you start seeing other things and there's no clear boundary. There's no clear definition between one character and the next. So it's the theme, I guess, is kind of like this. It's not. It's weird, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand. I know you were also from Tezos initially, right? So this is your first NFT.
Uh, yeah, I mean, so I've known about NFTs for a few years, but I haven't really tried to do anything with it until this year. And so Tezos was like my first kind of dipping my toes in the water because I had some friends who I knew from the game industry, and they were doing things on Tezos. Presumably, I think for the low gas fee, because I guess you can't for people like me, I can't really do anything on Ethereum anymore. So I tested things out on there to mostly just get um, familiar with the tools and the workflow, like IPFS and things like that. But I haven't actually sold anything yet. I've sold zero NFTs. So and I haven't really been also featured anywhere. So this is like very exciting for me because I really like Stargaze. I've been hanging around in the Discord for a while. I'm a huge fan of Cosmos. I think is the future of crypto. So I'm super glad and like grateful that you guys are featuring me.
Great. Yeah, and how did you find out about Stargaze? Were you in the cosmos for a while?
Um, I guess I found out about Cosmos from I think Coin Bureau, like maybe last year in November. So few months. I guess is it could be like a lifetime in crypto. Projects could launch and die in a few months. So I don't know. Like, is it a long time? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's how I found out. I see Cosmos and I just looked around for different things, like what's happening, and I just ran across Stargaze, and everything about it looks really cool to me. So then I joined the Discord and started hanging out and checking out what other people are launching. So yeah, it's kind of just a lucky coincidence, I guess.
Right. And did we mention how many pieces you have?
10 pieces.
Some-
Yeah. I think it's tied for the smallest collection, right?
Yeah, I think I think you're right. Yeah, the other one was also 10 pieces. So yeah, small collection. All right, great. Let's go and hear from Knops right now about their project.
Hey, thank you. It's great to see a lot of familiar faces, and I see some new faces. See some great artists that have joined us in this chat. So, thank you everybody for tuning in today. Thank you for Stargaze for bringing in Knots again. This will be our second minting with you guys. We're super excited to be doing it. This one's special for us because we're featuring Stargaze itself with our Star Knots. It'll give people a chance to kind of show loyalty, pride, fanfare. You can show off your star knot and kind of be proud of owning NFT that is representative of the Stargaze chain. As usual, we encourage staking. Our really big utility with knots is encouraging people to stake. So we do staking commission discounts. With this one, we're going to be partnering with Rhino Stake, and if you own 1 star knot, you get a 7% discount. 2 star knots is 15%, and 3 star knots is a huge 25% staking commission discount. That's money you save every month. It's not just this month. It's not just one time. It's every single month that you own the Star Knot NFT. You're saving money. That money gets put back directly right into your Stargaze wallet. So it's a really cool utility in that it saves you money month after month after month. And Knots is here for the long term. We're IBC NFTs. We're all about utility and staking and building up the cosmos. We believe in staking because it brings stability, economic stability, coin stability to its chain. So we really want to encourage staking within Stargaze to give people, to help stabilize the coin and build it up, because Stargaze is going to have a future. You guys at Stargaze have done such a great job, and marketing yourselves and getting all the great artists out here, and the Cosmos community loves how Stargaze is run. So you guys have a bright future. We're really excited to be working with you guys. A couple of things about the Star Knots is, if you own a Star Knot and you stake with Rhino, you will get that staking commission discount. But everybody who does that, as another incentive, will get a Star Pix, which is like a pixelated retro 80s looking version of a Star Knot, and that's going to be airdropped directly into your wallet. Again, you don't have to do anything. Same with the staking commission discount. At the beginning, we were like, you got to fill out a form, contact us, and we'll get you your discount. Now it's all automated. We see your address. We can see that you own the NFT, and we get you that staking discount. And same with the Star Pix. We'll get that airdrop right into your wallet. That's a thank you for staking with Cosmos and owning a Star Knot, to encourage people to, build up Cosmos and get more staked on chain.
Great. Yeah, thanks. I know you guys also it's the Star Knot's also back, right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we are, thank you for bringing that up. We stand behind our work. We believe in the utility that we provide to Cosmos. So we back every Star Knot with 100 stars, and that's for as good and as long as you own the Star Knot. Now, I'm sure the Star Knots are going to trade for really great values within the secondary markets and whatnot. But if you ever decided that you didn't want to hold your NFT and you just wanted to turn it back in, we would always take it back for 100 stars at any point that you own it. That's just our faith and our belief in the value of our utilities. We stand behind our work. So we back it with 100 stars. That can be a month from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. If you decide you don't want that NFT anymore, you come back to Knots, give us the NFT, and we'll give you your stars. And that's just, we have a lot of pride and love for our work. And, we love Cosmos, and we're here to build you guys up and support the Cosmos community. But we back our work. And, with our staking commission discount, we know that you're likely going to want to hold on to it. As far as mint, it's 2,900 minted in Stargaze. It's a 3,000 total collection, because for every collection we make, we keep about 100, and we do those for giveaways and give backs to the community. It's just a way of saying thank you for people to come out. We run regular giveaways. Right now, we have 3 giveaways going on our Twitter account, so please check those out. 1 is going to be announced later tonight, and then 2 will be announced tomorrow. So everybody still has a chance to get in for those giveaways. Well, we like to give back. We do give backs with tokens and NFTs. There's a really cool one where we're doing 2,900 star giveaway, which is a lot. It's pretty cool, and the one winner will be announced for that tomorrow evening. So right around a little bit after when the market opens up and you can start buying your NFTs, we'll have a 2,900 star winner, and that's in representative of our mint collection of 2,900 of them. They're going to be at 950 stars. And yeah, that's it.
Very great. And also, I think like a unique characteristic about yours is that there is no royalty fee, right?
Yes. Man, you're helping me out today. Thank you. I've been running around. I'm glad that we were able to get on. But yes, we don't believe in royalty. We can understand why some artists do it, but we at Knots don't. So when you buy an NFT from Knots, it's always 0 royalty. We won't tax you, charge you any fees, anything like that. If you buy your NFT and you decide to sell it again, there's no royalty. That means that you keep 100% of whatever you sell it for. Royalties is kind of like a kickback. If you were to sell your NFT, it's a secondary source of income for artists down the road if you sell it again. But we're thankful for you buying the NFTs and supporting Knots up front. We don't think we need that secondary royalty fee, so we always stay zero royalty. And Rusty and I are big. We don't like extra fees and taxes and whatnot, so we'll always be 0% royalties and Knots, and we'll always be zero whitelisting too, so that we try to make our collection open and equal for everybody. We don't want to make you have to jump through hoops to get on a whitelist or anything like that. We want it to be open and fair. We announced the time. It'll be tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p. UTC. And then it's just open. So get in there. It's fair for everybody. It's 2,900. I think it's going to do really well. We've seen a lot of growth within Knots. We recently broke 5,000 followers, and we're still climbing. So I think people see the value of our product. We've really come a long way in just a few months in the detail and the art. After Juanats, we did a Generation 2 makeover to really increase the detail. So now when you buy any of our not NFTs, you can zoom in, you can crop it, you can make it into a PFP, which is like a profile picture, or keep it whole. But we've really done over the whole we've done a really big makeover in bringing out the details and making it really interesting and really great art for people who want to buy it. It's a lot more than just the NFT itself. It's the utility and the art and what it can do for you.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about how the staking discounts work?
Yeah, sure. So it's really simple for the consumer. If you buy a Star Knot, we can see that you bought it. We can see the address of who owns it. All you have to do is stake your stars to Rhino Stake. Rhino Stake is a validator for Stargaze. So stake your stars to Rhino Stake, and you'll get a percentage discount based on the commission fees every month based on how many Star Knots you own. You don't have to fill out any forms. You don't have to contact us. We do it once a month. So if you say you own 3 Star Knots, right? So you have 3 Star Knots, that's a 25% commission discount because you're staking with Rhino Stake. Once a month, we'll announce that you're getting your staking commission discount. We'll send out word, and those discounts will go directly back into your wallet. So you'll see like a transaction deposit into your wallet directly. You don't even have to do anything about it. My co-founder Rusty, he's a wizard with Excel, and he's an accountant in his day job, and he does a great job of tracking everything and making sure everybody's accounted for. If there was an issue or a problem, we're always available. We pride ourselves on customer service and being there for the Cosmos Knots. And please contact us either through Twitter or Discord, or we have a email address, knotsnfts@gmail.com. You can always contact us there. We like to be available. We pride ourselves on being available and helping out anybody that does have issues. But it's worked really well. It's been very smooth. We've done the staking commission discount utility already for Juno Knots and Juanots, and we look forward to doing it with the Star Knots.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's like a snapshot, right? Maybe at the beginning and the end of the month to make sure that the knots are being staked to that validator, and then they will get the reimbursement at the end of the month. Is that how it works?
Yes, exactly. So there is 2 snapshots during the month, one towards the beginning and one about midway through. And that's just to make sure you're still in there. And we take the average of the 2 snapshots, and we figure out, what your staking commission discount is, and then we give you that refund back into your wallet. But yeah, it's 2 snapshots every month that we take, and then we verify how many NFTs you have, and once a month we get those refunds back out to you.
And when do these discounts start? Do they start on Friday or June 1st, or when?
Yeah, so yeah, it's really cool. The day you buy it is the day that you start your savings. So we're able to look back to the day that you own it, and we can base it off of that, and then we take the 2 snapshots just to verify that you've been in there, and we take the average of the 2, and it that's how it works. Rusty's the real technical guy as far as how the discounts get back to you, but yeah, we make it available as soon as possible. So go ahead, get your Star Knots, delegate your Stargaze tokens to Rhino Stake, and you'll immediately start getting that discount.
Hey, great. I'm gonna open up the floor now to anyone who has questions. So if you have any questions for Ramen Heads or Star Knots, please request to speak, and we will answer your question. I know it usually takes a minute or two for people to ask, but maybe while we're waiting, you could tell us a little bit about your NSA program and how that's coming.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So NSA is not supported artists program. And we found early on that, we're blessed in that we have an excellent NFT engineer within Knots, and he came to Knots from Ethereum and Solana. So he's really experienced and a professional in minting NFTs. But NFTs are new to Cosmos, and we're not all coders. Artists can be just artists, right? So we found that, there's plenty of people out there that needed help with the coding and the tech side of it to get their art uploaded. And so NSA kind of started as like a tech support for helping independent artists who wanted to get their work minted. It's expanded into being tech support, but also promotional support. We help independent artists run giveaways. We help retweet, raise awareness. We have a dedicated Discord channels for every NSA artist within Knots so they can promote their work. And Knots NFTs, we run a Twitter space every Thursday evening. Actually, tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Knots News. Rusty and myself will be on talking about everything Knots, and we like to bring in NSA artists so they can talk about their independent projects. But it's a really great launch pad in itself for artists who might want a little more help, because just focusing on your art is a lot. There's a lot to it. I mean, you want to make the best art possible. The artists are very creative. There's a lot to do in just making the art. And then you're going to need help with the metadata, with the coding, with the uploading of the NFTs, with promotions. There's a lot to it. So NSA is there is like a launchpad program to help artists who might want a little more help in getting their work some promotional notice and making sure that the tech is all there so that their work can be minted.
Hey, great. Looks like we have a question from the audience. Pele, what is your question?
Hey everyone, I think I might have missed it, but for Knots, I know that the first series sold out pretty quick. Did you say that there was 3,000 in this next collection? How many are there?
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Our first collection, it took us by surprise. It was a wonderful blessing in that we sold out in 90 seconds. But there was a smaller, it was a 900 total. Then we had 100 put aside for giveaways. For this collection, we've increased it some to 2,900 with 100 for giveaways. So it's a 3,000 total and 2,900 mint available on Stargaze. We think 2,900 should be a good number for, considering where the market is right now, for the number of buyers out there. We want there to be natural value within our NFTs, but external values too. So yeah, it's 2,900. And FYI, we've really increased the rarities on our Star Knots. There's a great diversity of rarity numbers. We have a lot of very rare items on Star Knots. So I think people who are collectors and love the metadata and rarities are really going to enjoy the Star Knots, because we've almost doubled the amount of traits and rarities within the Star Knots.
Great, thank you. Yes, speaking of the rarities and the traits, can each of you guys, Noni and Knots, tell us a little bit about the individual traits?
Yeah, did Noni want to go first? I don't want to take it all up, but yeah, Noni, you have traits you'd like to?
No, you go first. It's fine. I'm enjoying listening to hearing what you guys are doing, because it sounds super cool, and I'm loving it. So you go first.
Okay, sure. Well, for Knots, we have major traits and minor traits. The minor traits are kind of the poses that you see, and we've incorporated some sword poses, which are the on the rare side of our traits. So we have stellar, which is our base one, and that's kind of like where the Star Knot is holding like a bag. It'll be a bag of stars. The bags are really detailed and cool looking. Then we have orbital, where the Star Knot's kind of like holding an orb up in the air. and these orbs are super hot. They look kind of like mini suns with the different kinds of illumination to them. And then we have meteoric, in which he's kind of holding the star upright in front, or the sword upright in front of him. The sword's not powered. The powered swords are saved for cosmic, and that's the fourth major pose. Cosmic is, let's see, we have 40, 30, 20. There's only 10%. So there's 10% cosmic powered sword poses. So they're pretty rare. But they are out there, and if you get a powered sword one, that's cool. And as far as minor traits, we have like the leg board, antenna, backpack, face mask, crown, the power link. What else is? Oh, the shield. We've really done increased the number of shields, and then for each of these traits, there's 12 different types within that trait. So I think there's 10 to 12 minor traits, and then within each trait, there's 12 of them. So there's an amazing number of variety. And then, they go from 650 rating, which is most common, down to 100, which is most rare. So if you get a trait that has a 100 rating, you got something that's very rare. If you get something at 650, that's more common. But it all looks great. It's all very high detailed art, and you guys are going to love it. It's going to be a lot of fun to go in and see, the different traits you have and the different poses.
Great, thanks. And yeah, from Noni, also yours is a much smaller collection, so you're not going to actually have the same amount of traits, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about the nomenclature.
Yeah, sure. So I think it's very different from a generative collection like knots, where you have different parts and you get a random combination of all the parts on a template. So mine is mostly like a collection, like a scribble that has lots of things in them, and most of the time there's some kind of a character or some kind of vehicle or animal or creature. So each one is kind of like, why they're called ramen heads, because it looks like a bunch of a plate of spaghetti, and there's things all mashed up inside. So each one can have any one of these things, like a character or animal or creature or a vehicle. So the traits then, like if I have to define them, are just kind of the recurring themes that happen throughout the collection. They don't necessarily appear on every single piece, but there's like, they have enough that you can kind of see, there's a trend here or there's a theme here, and they're not anything you could expect normally. So there's things like some of the vehicles will be like a super fat jumbo jet, for example. That's one of the traits. There's like robots with legs, or racing cars, or a fire truck. Those are like things that kind of appear in the vehicle category. Some of the traits on characters are like, I don't know, like sausage lips. I don't know, for some reason sausage lips appear quite frequently just because I find them super funny. Cats and chickens appear a lot. So those could be considered traits because they're like a recurring theme. So the traits are kind of sporadic and a little bit random in my case, and that's I think that's just the nature of the kind of art I'm doing.
Now, do you plan to add to the ramen heads collection in the future?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So my vision is to have them kind of animated, so that there's like each character, like a cat. Maybe the cats are like licking themselves, or they're flopping on the ground, or doing some cat things. And for example, in the future, if I have more rocket themed or space themed illustrations, the ships can be zooming around, and you could see like animated the flame trail, or like stars zooming by and things like that. So I'm considering making, like, this is generation 0, right? So I think for Gen 1 and in the future, I would like to have looped animation incorporated into them, and probably start with something smaller, and maybe airdrop them to some of the holders of Gen 0, just to kind of say thanks to all the people that are supporting, like, me, who is basically nobody right now in anywhere. But I don't have any concrete plans. This is just the things I can imagine doing now. I think would be the most fun to do and makes sense with the kind of silly, cartoony designs I have now.
Great. Yeah, no, I like that you're just taking it from like an enjoyment perspective and want to just have a good time with your art.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think of like joy as kind of currency, like because when you make money or investments or when you do some kind of work and you get something in return, usually there's like an end game there, right? You're gonna like exchange that for something tasty or for like a game or for something that will eventually end up making you happy. So I think this kind of art that I'm doing is just like an attempt to shortcut that, to just skip the middle stuff and go directly to joy, to like feeling happy that you've seen this.
Right? Yeah, shortcut to joy. Yeah, if we have any more questions or anyone wants to ask anything from the creators or about Stargaze, please go ahead and request to speak. Got a little bit longer left on the space. Want to hear it? Anything for ramen heads or not? Well, everyone's a little shy. We've got about 50 people here. I know someone's got a question.
Actually, I want to say like what Knots is doing for this helping out artists who's the technical aspect of working with NFTs is super cool because like trying to do the mint today, it's not straightforward. And if you're an artist, you've got like a side job or even your main job that's not crypto related, you could this could be a huge help too because it will probably let you focus on doing something like that's important to you, maybe more creative and fun than to figure out the coding part. So that's amazing that they're doing that.
Yeah, thanks, Noni. And we've heard that many times. You know, as an artist, and you don't code. I mean, they're not really compatible worlds always. You know, if you like to art, you might not like to code. So it's great to see that the artists have a pathway to getting it coded, to making sure their NFTs are minted properly, and so they don't have to worry about it. And within the NSA, we have 5 artists in there right now. We have a special Discord, and all the artists have like a daily roundtable where they throw spitball ideas off each other and retweet each other and help each other grow. Because you know this is new for a lot of people. Knots has been here for a few months now. We're established, but you know, coming in as a new NFT artist, there's so much to know. There's so much to learn. It's not always it's not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of grinding. There's a lot to learn about. So we have a special space dedicated for not supported artists where they can talk and ask questions, and we help them out with understanding not just the coding but metadata, promotions, building their name, their brand name, and raising awareness about their projects. It's great, and it's something we do to try to help out Cosmos and the artist community, because you know we all come from different backgrounds and we all need help in some areas.
Great, thanks. Michael, you have a question?
Oh yeah, because I'm a little new to the like Stargaze. Like just have a question about how to get those the newer NFTs to show up. Because I'm not a little confused on why it's not showing up on the Kepler app. I don't know. Like I'm like kind of new, so don't really know how to get those newer ones.
Do you mean to view the NFTs you've already purchased?
No, like say like I saw the link for the Star City and then the other one for the Knots. I just like clicked the link and it wouldn't really work. I couldn't connect my wallet on my phone, and I was wondering like, do you have to have a computer to?
Oh, if you're using the mobile wallet, you need to go through Kepler, and then there is I think in the middle there's apps you can use, and right now Osmosis and Stargaze are the only apps on Kepler. So you have to mint through the Kepler wallet.
How do you do that? Like for the newer ones, like the Knots. This is
It's not even actually minted on mainnet, so you wouldn't be able to at the moment. So just to clear that up.
Yeah, they aren't displayed on Launchpad yet. So they're launching tomorrow, both the ramen heads and knots tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So at that point, you'll be able to mint them. So right now, they're just unmintable.
okay. I was just like, cause like I just didn't know like if like I would have to like go to a computer and like, cause whenever I clicked on those like the Star City one, like I clicked on it and it was I just couldn't get the connect my wallet computer.
Right now, you can only mint on your mobile device through Launchpad. So if they are non-launchpad projects, you have to mint those through your desktop.
Okay, yeah. So the desktop. Okay. That's like really because I just got on my brother lost my computer, so I'm gonna have to use a different computer. So yeah, that's all I really needed to know.
Okay, yeah. No, and if you have any other like technical questions, feel free to just ask us on Discord. We're more than happy to help. I know we've had issues with NFTs showing up in Kepler, and that's kind of more for Kepler issue. There's not as much we can do about that, but we can definitely help point you in the right direction.
No problem. Okay, yeah. Thanks for that. I just want to try to get those, you know.
Oh yeah.
Man.
All right. Thanks a lot, Michael.
Just want to thank you guys.
And if I may, because Knott's has got a lot of interest from people who are new to Cosmos itself, and they were wondering, where do I go to buy the art, not just Knott's art, but for art from all artists, and what kind of token do we use? So I always recommend you go to Osmosis, and you can trade your Atom coins for stars, and then use the stars within the Stargaze place to buy the NFTs. But if you were starting out from fresh, what I did when I was new, I moved my atoms from Coinbase into Kepler, and then from Kepler, I connected to Osmosis. And then once you're in Osmosis, you can exchange your atoms for any IBC token within Cosmos. In this case, for our art lovers, thank you so much. People who buy NFTs and support the art community, you're going to want to get stars, which is the token of Stargaze, and you use stars to purchase the awesome work that artists put up within Stargaze.
Yeah, Osmosis does a really good job of making it easy to deposit and withdraw your assets there. So if you just go to, I believe it's app.osmosis.zone/assets, or you just click the assets tab on there, you're able to deposit and withdraw just kind of directly on that page through that one wallet. So you have like your private key, right? And then all of your accounts in the Cosmos are kind of connected to that key. So you'll withdraw your stars into your stars wallet on that key. You'll deposit your Atom from your Atom wallet into Osmosis kind of through that key. So they make it easy to do it.
And if you ever used if you came from NFTs, but you're new to Cosmos, you might already be familiar with Ethereum. I just want you to know that the transaction cost, the gas fees on Cosmos is about 1,000 times, somewhere between 1,000 to 1,000,000 times lower than ETH right now. So there's that.
Yeah, well, so technically the gas is zero on Stargate. So it's infinitely lower, I suppose, as low as it can be.
Okay, that's even more than 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, and another thing about Stargaze is that there can be no gas wars because each transaction is processed sequentially as it's received. So you can put in 1,000 stars to see if you could like jump the line, but you can't do it. It's technically not allowed on Stargaze. So don't have to worry about gas wars. I think
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Part.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a feature of Tendermint chains. So if we got a couple minutes left. If we have any other questions for the artists, I'd love to hear them.
Yeah, and I just want to say Stargaze has done a great job of integrating into mobile. So once you get that Kepler wallet, you can check out the works that you own that you've bought from Stargaze right on your phone. I mean, we all take our phones with us, right? Like it's like attached to our hands a lot of the time. So mobile is so important, and Stargaze has really gotten into the front of the line here in making it so we can take our art with us anywhere we go. They've integrated with Kepler, and within Kepler, you can find the Stargaze connection, and you click on that, and then boom, you get into Stargaze, and you can check out all the work you've bought. You can your friends and your family. You take your art with you everywhere you go. So great job, Stargaze, on doing that.
Thanks. Yeah, it's always fun to show your friends exactly what you have when you see them in real life. The nice feature, and I believe only Osmos and Stargaze are the ones that are supported in Kepler right now, as far as DApps go. All right, guys. Any other questions? No. Noni, I guess can you maybe tell us as a new artist, what's been some of the more challenging features for you? Like, what have you had to overcome?
Oh yeah, sure. Um, I guess it's just the technical aspects of knowing like how the systems work, right? Because I came from a kind of a freelancing background where if you wanted to sell stuff, yeah, you used to have to go to use like eBay or Etsy or one of these print on demand stores. Um, and the the blockchain works just like so differently where you have to work with a bit with code right now because that's one of the major barriers I think preventing a lot of people like artists and independent creators from using the tools just because you have to do a bit of coding or at least follow some tutorials to to use IPFS and pin your stuff and mint using the test nets and the faucets and stuff and that so that's one of the main things is the technical barrier. I think once there's some tools, and I think you guys are working on that, some kind of like graphic interface that really like streamlines the process. So like simple people like me can just click some buttons and tweak some sliders and get get my NFTs minted. That would be a huge help. I think that would really allow a lot of people to start using these tools and get into the NFT and metaverse stuff. That would be really great. I'm looking forward to that. And I think the other thing is just promotion, and that's not a new problem for artists and kind of like introverted people in general. Just because if you make something, you got to tell people about it. But sometimes artists and creative people aren't really comfortable talking about themselves or being in public. So that's always been there. Um, but I guess it helps a lot when there's like a really nice community of people who are interested in the same things and are like easy to talk to and are like kind of people here are enthusiastic about this space. So people want to help. They want to share what they know. Like evidently, like Knots is doing this exact thing. So this really helps a lot as well. So those are the some of the challenges that I'm facing, but it's nothing. It's nothing like crazy. It's stuff that you can overcome with a bit of time and sweat and if not blood.
Yeah, I also want to mention that we do have full support for the Stargaze tools in the channel called Stargaze Tools in the Discord. The core devs are, checking that channel often. So if you guys do have any questions about how the CLI interface works, they're there to answer questions as well as other members in the community. They're, really stepped up and if they'll just check the channel every now and then and see if anyone has a question and reply back. We've also had the validators who've also stepped up to answer questions on that front. Tried to make the tools as easy as possible, but we know that there's definitely like a barrier and it can seem intimidating. But once you do end up using the tools, the first time, the second time is going to be infinitely easier. So I hope for your second collection, Naomi, it'll be a lot easier for you to use.
Yeah. I mean, I spent a few hours or maybe the whole day today, and eventually, with the help of Yubo, who saved my life, managed to do it. So it's not like rocket surgery. It will take some time, but like you said, like the first time is hard, but then it gets easier. Then after a while, it'll just be second nature. So yeah, it's doable. Don't let the tools scare anyone off.
And I also want to emphasize that the Stargaze tools it's not as much as like coding as it is the scripting. So like the actual development part of it is creating the tool, and using the tool is learning how to use a script. So I just wanted to not seem as intimidating to people. Like you're actually like creating a program. You're pretty much like running a program, but you're just using it through a different interface.
Oh man, sorry, that's my bad. I'm not so clear on the difference between coding and scripting, but you're right. It's not actually coding.
Similar.
Yeah.
Similar, yeah. It's similar, and especially if you're not familiar with like the technical aspects of like development or scripting, it's essentially like the same thing. You're learning to use something without a graphical user interface. And also, we have Rusty on right now. I don't know if you want to mention anything about Knots, and anything else from the technical point of view before we wrap things up here.
I just want to apologize. I'm at my day job and it's an emergency. and I'm a manager here, so I could not get out of it, even though, this is what's always on my mind. But this, unfortunately, my day job is what pays my bills and feeds my children. So, no, I apologize. I've got nothing to add on the technical side. I'm sure that I know Jerry loves to talk, so I'm sure he covered all of our high points about the utility and everything we're doing. But as always, just want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity. Thank you to everyone, all of the people that have supported us, and we don't take for granted the people who are supporting us and purchasing these NFTs. We know that people are out there grinding, busting their ass at their day job to be able to support us. So we really appreciate that. And Ruin, Shane, we appreciate y'all. I know we bug y'all a lot, but y'all have been fantastic to work with, and we're just really excited to be on Stargaze again. It's such an awesome platform, and we're just really, really excited and happy to be here again. And we think that this next generation of our art is just so much better than the stuff before, and we're just excited to share it with the audience and everyone else. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks. Yeah, I think Jerry covered everything pretty well. He did say you were kind of like the technical guy. So I guess one question is, are you guys doing the reimbursements manually, or is that automated through Rhino?
So I will. So the NFT holder has to do nothing at all, right? So what we do is we just get the addresses from you all of all the people who own the NFTs. And then we just take snapshots from the validator. And basically what we're doing right now, it is a little manual process on the back end that I'm running, but I will take those addresses. I've got the list of the delegator, or all of the delegators. Then I match it up with the Beck32 converter. For people that aren't familiar with that, it's just a little website where I can plug in I can plug in a Stargaze address, and I can say I want it to match with a Juno or whatever one, if that's the case. And we do that, and we just match them up, and then we just plug it into Excel spreadsheet, and I just run a formula. It's a little manual on the back end, but we're hoping to automate it more in the future and potentially create a website and some other stuff. But as of right now, we're just ensuring that we're doing what we're saying we're doing, and until we get something better, it's me just being an Excel jockey on the back end. But the hard part was creating the spreadsheet and making sure that everything's right. But now it's really just plug and play. So now I can do it in a matter of less than 30 minutes. But yeah. So, but when we initially started, it was like, hey, send us your address and send us the NFT address and all this other stuff, because we weren't sure how it was going to work. But now we've got it down. So now the NFT holder has to do absolutely nothing except for sit back and wait for a deposit into the Kepler account.
Great, thanks. Yeah, we definitely know about adding features and making things easier. So I totally understand. We got PG on. You have a question, PG?
Yeah, I probably missed it earlier, but what is the cost per knot when it's minting on Friday?
So that's going to be 950 stars.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very, very welcome. And then do you mind if I give one shameless plug? We've got a every Thursday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, we have what's called Knots News, and Jerry and I just kind of talk about everything, and it's just like I call it, there's no real script. We're just kind of shit. It's almost like a radio show, but we invite everyone to come, and we always end it with some giveaways, a fun little games. And I see Natego, she's on here, she somehow wins all the time, but it's really fun. And yeah, that's my shameless plug, but really excited, and thank you so much. And once again, I apologize for being so late.
No, all good. I guess thanks a lot. We're coming up an hour here. I'm gonna open it up for questions. Going once, going twice, and that is it. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us this week and talking to Knots and Ramen Heads. We will see you tomorrow. Have a happy Freshman Friday, and enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here. It's a huge honor, and I really appreciate the chance. And also thanks everybody for coming and having a look at our stuff.
Thank you, Stargaze. Thank you, art supporters of Cosmos, and thank you, artists. It's amazing seeing all of Cosmos community working together. It's looking so great, and we're doing really well.
Oh, hey, maybe I should hit you up later and check out your Discord to see if I can get some of that technical help.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, awesome.
All right. Great, guys. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
All right, take